The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining me. I'm Carol Kiru Jr. This is TV1 News. Acting Prime Minister and Member for Lae John Rosso reminded graduates from the Bugi Secondary School to give appreciation where it is due. With over 400 grade 12 students graduating, Rosso congratulated them and encouraged them to say thank you to their parents, guardians and teachers.
488 grade 12 students from 8 streams graduated at the Bugi Secondary School in Lae on Friday, the 17th of November. Acting Prime Minister and Member for Lae John Rosso applauded the students for achieving this milestone. He outlined that the theme of the 28th graduation ceremony, which is Dreams Are Achieved Through Perseverance, was fitting and speaks to not only this specific event, but in life as well. He acknowledged the long and hard road that they had walked on and encouraged them to appreciate those who stood by them.
All of you have your own struggles and personal challenges that sit here before me today. So you should also say thank you. It's within you here, so thank you Lord. Papa, Mama, Blipla, all guardians, Blipla, all country, all clansmen, we're buying school fee, all line Lukati Yupla, your teachers, your principals, your board. So find a little time today in your heart to say thank you. So you find the big plan, or Papa, Mama, guardian, country, one and all walking. You probably beginning now sit down before me today. It's a personal struggle, and I can appreciate that from a lot of parents who sit here. It's not easy to put a child through school. Now you go sit down. I think you blow Papa, Mama, and I can't to a very, very proud moment now. You blow comes up now. Witness him.
Rosso further recognized the hardship that Bugi went through, saying it has had its fair share of challenges despite its proud history.
Bugi once used to be a very prosperous school, a very, very important school. It contributed a lot of people to society in all walks of life. But then it came, the pathway declined, and Bugi got very notorious and earned a notorious name also. School fighting, discipline problems, management problems, school not being run properly, children not attending classes. A lot of things surrounded and made Bugi controversial.
However, Rosso said he started a journey with Bugi when he was first elected in 2017, where the management was eventually changed in 2022. Lae City Authority upgraded the school infrastructure and paid for outstanding utilities. During the graduation, the acting Prime Minister also opened Bugi's new 18-1 classroom. Pamela Guare, TV1 News, Lae.
Double celebrations for Bugi Secondary School when they opened their new multi-purpose 18-1 classroom and the 28th grade 12 graduation recently. The building worth 1 million kina was funded by Lae City Authority under the leadership of Deputy Prime Minister and Lae MP John Rosso. The facility accommodates 8 classes with 400 grade 12 students, teachers, and is equipped with modern technology, comfortable seating, and all the necessary resources for an optimal learning environment. During the ribbon-cutting ceremony, Rosso announced the contract of a second 8-in-1 building and new ablution blocks. The contractors are set to start work around December or January next year. The Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment held its final public hearing at Parliament House today. This morning, the committee inquired into the Council of Women's efforts on promoting gender equality and fighting gender-based violence and the challenges the council is facing.
Today, the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment inquired into the status of the National Council of Women. Committee Chairman and NCD Governor Powers Pakop says Parliament has made a very clear decision to balance the focus between the victimization and empowerment of women. He says this means that while we continue to focus on ending gender-based violence, the ultimate goal is gender equality and women's empowerment. The inquiry today had the challenges hindering the work of the National Council of Women.
I can see that on behalf of the committee that you all want to re-establish a council of women. So that's good that you are making this report. And the consequence after that is that okay, let's look at the work of the council of women. How are we going to make it better, enable it to deliver the objectives of the Council of Women, and for us as the community too, gender equality and women's empowerment, ending GBV. How is this historical body, pinnacle body, is going to help all of us address these core issues?
Deputy Chairman and East Pacific Governor Alan Bird says the committee must support the Council of Women.
All advice that we just support the women in the endeavors, the organs that they've already set up. Now, you let them function. If it needs that we have you on the some money, or you recommend him, give more some money, let him or something. Now let's move.
This inquiry is the committee's final inquiry of 2023, but will be followed up in 2024 with a series of regional inquiries across the country into the status of the Council's operations at the provincial and district levels. The inquiry comes in the week prior to the second National United for Equality Summit, which will be held November 27 and 28 at the APEC House in Port Moresby. Maricela Kelleton, TV1 News.
YWAM Medical Ships Australia and Papua New Guinea and Colgate-Palmolive have joined forces to help improve oral health services for children in Port Moresby. Colgate-Palmolive will work with YWAM Medical Ships to provide dental treatment and education to schools across Port Moresby via the YWAM Dental Trailer.
The YWAM Dental Trailer is currently at New Erima Primary School in Port Moresby Northeast, where dental professionals and young volunteers from 9 different nations have been providing dental treatment and education to students for the past 3 weeks. The 13-meter-long semi-trailer is equipped with 3 dental chairs, a generator, water storage, and sterilization facilities. The joint initiative will combine the experience of YWAM Medical Ships in delivering mobile dental services with Colgate-Palmolive's commitment to provide funds, Colgate toothpaste and toothbrushes, educational materials, and employment for local dental professionals. YWAM Medical Ships Managing Director Ken Mulligan is pleased to be working with Colgate-Palmolive on the project. He said with the visit of the trailer to 4 schools to date, YWAM Medical Services dental team discovered that over 80% of children have tooth decay. Mulligan added that the collaboration with Colgate-Palmolive will help them expand and improve the program to provide treatment and education to more children. Colgate-Palmolive's General Manager John Wood said Colgate is passionate about helping people in PNG. In this partnership, they will enhance oral care school education program, Bright Smiles, Bright Futures, which from its inception in 2010 has educated over 2.5 million children in Papua New Guinea. To date, YWAM Medical Ships has provided over 2,000 dental procedures and oral health education to over 3,900 students in Port Moresby. The trailer was invited to begin its work in Port Moresby NCD by Governor Powers Pakop. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
The latest report from the Volcanological Observatory Geohazards Management Division as of 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. today indicates that the eruption at Ulawun in Papua New Guinea is ongoing. The summit crater and much of the west flank remains obscured by dense ash plume and accompanying fumes. A substantial ash cloud extending northwest over the sea has caused low roaring sounds, with moderate to heavy ashfall reported in downwind regions near the volcano. The latest report from the Volcanological Observatory Geohazards Management Division reveals ongoing volcanic activity at Ulawun. Between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. today, the summit crater and much of the west flank remain hidden behind a dense plume of ashen fumes. Observations suggest a possible vent opening on the north flank, and early in the eruption, pyroclastic flows descended the north and possibly southeast flanks. The ash plume reached a maximum height of at least 5,000 meters before dissipating in atmospheric clouds. Winds are variable but predominantly from the southeast. The southwest to northwest sector of the volcano experiences moderate to heavy ashfall, affecting vegetation and structures. Exposure levels in ash-affected areas remain moderate to high, pending further assessments by the Provincial Disaster Office. The eruption remains in an active phase characterized by an eruption column and a moderately high level of seismicity, leading to an elevated risk level of Stage 3. Significant ash and scoria deposition on the upper slopes pose a potential threat of mud flows and flash flooding during heavy rainfall. Acting CEO for Nakanai District, Jeffrey Osa, gave an update on the ground.
District officers with a team from disaster to Biala district, and they go all the way to Nuau and Ulamona, those affected areas. They talk to the people and move them. The Nuau people will move them from the Nuau village all the way to Bakanda Junction, and awaiting further instructions to move where the test center is. All right, the Ulamona people, we moved them to Kabaya as of yesterday night. So they are now in Kabaya, but we have directed them to move away from Kabaya as well to Sowula because of the airflow and also the wind that blowing the direction is not suitable for them to live at Kabaya. So we have targeted them and with the police assistance to move them to Sowula. And then we have the center at Barema, which consists of the Navo oil palm.
This is TV1 News. Stay tuned for more when we return.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
You like something on the winning plus scale rice matchy pack? Scale rice like giving you plenty chance to winning plenty scale prices. Kind price so same 256 per scale rice Nabi set, 192 per scale rice KMOSKI, not 44 plus JBL and Co speakers, 102 plus wireless microphone. The win, buy mini scale rice or oil rice products, writing full name and contact details below box and receipt, not drop him inside the entry box. You get 4 plus draws, 4 plus fortnight, 116 plus winners, na 16 plus promotion locations. Just try us all. You got terms and conditions for this plan.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snack crackers. Emi Trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Hey, you want to talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and the New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bugi Mumi!
Boxing's brightest stars shine on one knockout night.
He is down!
The Mexican monster, undefeated superstar David Benavidez.
Benavidez unloading! What more do you want?
Defends his title against undefeated Demetrius Andrade.
Andrade explodes!
And Jermall Charlo returns to take on Jose Benavidez Jr.
Gets rocked with another right hand!
David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. Live November 26th, only on Fight Sports.
For sportsmen and women, the internet can be a dangerous place. Filled with crackpots, show-offs, pranksters, and troublemakers.
It's time to go viral, America. Is it going?
So we compiled the greatest clips from the great outdoors and called it Viral Outdoors.
Welcome back. One person is dead and the other injured following a fight at the Serlos High School in Maprik District, East Sepik Province on November 11, 2023. Another 33 houses were burnt in retaliation on November 12, displacing more than 200 residents of the Bumbuita local level government area. The fight is alleged to have started from a drunkard brawl during a graduation day.
More than 200 men, women and children from Muiang local level government, situated in Ward 17 in Maprik, East Sepik Province, are currently displaced. Their homes and other properties are in ashes after 33 houses were burnt down by people from nearby villages on Sunday, November 12, 2023. Muiang was attacked after one man was killed and another injured allegedly by relatives of the deceased. The casualties were a result of a fight that occurred during a graduation ceremony at Sir Peter Luce High School involving drunkards. Ward 17 Councillor Robert Wamafi said relatives of the deceased destroyed homes of Muiang people the day after the killing. Wamafi said members of his community were blamed for the death, but he insists his people are innocent.
10 o'clock, we call it 11 o'clock. Minnesota is the same Pagarabi come up place wall in Gambilis. Now they all the same. Mani black kilim lo school yam, not a black in die. Nasally dead me talking about to sorry the Slombotina, we blame up somewhere now. But we bless all the league, we black all the phone and we play straight in business. The Suriname big moto, we learn a killer now. Lara, we want to black complaint to the police.
Wamafi said the situation remains tense. Police have yet to resolve and take control of it.
Also, the time only give me go and look at one law come inside. They'll be me blah, maski police malo quarry. When I'm only prayed or the can fight, only they come. People have close to man die. But me.
Wamafi added that instead of defending their properties, his people resolved to keeping themselves and their children safe by taking refuge in the bushes away from the village.
But me talk him all, policy place, save him life. Let him property down. Yes.
The threat lasted a week. Councillor Wamafi said Muiang people are currently living under makeshift tents and need relief supplies, including clean drinking water. Their water tanks were also destroyed. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
The displaced residents are now calling their leaders and business houses in East Sepik to support them rebuild their lives. Ward Councillor Robert Wamafi said the health and well-being of these people are important and made a plea on behalf of them for immediate assistance.
La one way service we play native help people before we play come on no. One time we play one me play. We play no go way okata. We play sarada. Some play plan the beginning. Sleep more lambo.
It has been over 100 years since the London Missionary Society arrived on the shores of Papua New Guinea between 1871 and 1874 to share the Word of God. The LMS eventually evolved into the United Church of Papua New Guinea. The month of November symbolizes the time of their arrival and brings about a week-long by followers of the United Church around the country.
This year, the London Missionary Society celebrates another milestone of missionary work in Papua New Guinea through the United Church. LMS missionaries arrived on different dates in different parts of the country. The 26th of November 2023 marks 150 years since LMS missionaries arrived in Paraparana of Hanwabada village with the gospel. A week-long program to celebrate this is being organized in Paraparana involving the United Church congregations from Hanwabada, Elevala and Gabi. The history of LMS began with missionaries led by Ruatoka Koro and wife Tungane Aniterea and wife Napoa, Henere and Rau Kopu. Others were assigned on a mission by LMS to sail to Papua to spread the word of God and to establish their mission. Committee Chairman Deacon Frank Guba said the celebrations will include an official opening and closing ceremonies at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium, with water activities including fishing, paraveta, traditional dances, island nights, choir, gospel, string band and Bible dramas to take place during the week. Deacon Frank said unlike past LMS celebrations in the village, this 150th anniversary program will be more special to include the younger generation. Jasmine Erojak, TVWAN News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2685 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2610 $0.3952 Australian dollars, 0.2309 euro and 38.38 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, crude oil and copper closed higher. Cocoa and palm oil closed lower. Copper closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. You're watching TV1 News. We'll have news from around the region after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgeta.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
New Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home. With an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso, irresistible fragrance.
Number one super, ilike mol member, iama mas na stop good. Time only retire, or finish slow walk. Sa Tapos you put him 10 kina more long contribution belong you, long one week, you buy cartons and 50,000 kina more. Time you finish lo work. Ring him mipla now, na kisi more talk sawe. Long all way, you can up him super saving belong you.
Hello, WWE Universe. This is WWE superstar Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. I'm here to set it all on fire. Watch WWE on Digicel TV.
Chef Scott Laseth is cooking up the world's creepiest critters.
You with me? No.
Iguana, hagfish, and wild boar are just some of the items in this season's menu.
Let's eat. And eat. And eat. It's nothing like you've had anywhere.
Hey, dead meat!
Dead Meat, first and exclusive in Asia. Streaming now on Outdoor.
I would like to introduce to you our study companion on Bib, a messaging app that does much more than just texting. The first thing you'll do is go to Play Store, then download and install the Bib app. Then you go to More at the bottom right of the screen and click Discover. After that, search for the BLIT channel and click Follow. Type into the text box and click onto the topic you want to watch and learn away. That's it, learners. Not so difficult after all. If you have any questions, head to our Facebook page for additional information. See you next time on BLIT.
Welcome back. New COVID vaccines targeting the latest virus variants will arrive in the country within weeks, with Australians being urged to access these latest jabs as the country deals with its 8th wave of infections.
COVID lockdowns may be a thing of the past, but certainly there is still COVID circulating in the community. We're hearing anecdotally this is disrupting workplaces, sending aged care homes into lockdown, but the health experts tell us that we are certainly seeing a spike in the number of cases. We are expecting that the peak of this wave will hit around Christmas time, so that will make it the 3rd year in a row that we are getting a Christmas COVID wave. Infectious disease researcher Brendan Crabb says around hundreds of thousands of Australians currently have the virus. He says that it is likely that up to 5 million Australians will get COVID over the next few months. Of course, the concern for authorities at the moment is a declining uptake in vaccination booster shots. So the advice from authorities is to stay up to date with your COVID vaccine boosters.
Shannon, tell us more about these new vaccines.
So the federal government yesterday has approved 2 new vaccines, and they will be better at protecting us against new strains of the virus. So the new Pfizer and Moderna XBB 1.5 vaccines, they will be available to the public on December 11. So over the next few weeks, the focus for authorities was really sending out that message to go and get your COVID vaccine if you haven't already done so. And with a significant number of these COVID cases and our new strains, authorities are seeking to keep these vaccines updated so that we can be better protected against the virus. So certainly the best chance to protect yourself against the virus this Christmas is to be up to date with your booster shots, and also that same health messaging we have been hearing of washing your hands and having outdoor gatherings.
With global temperatures soaring and greenhouse gas emissions reaching unprecedented levels, dramatic climate action is needed to steer the world away from runaway climate change and align it to the objectives of the Paris Agreement, a major UN report has found. The 2023 Emissions Gap Report, released on Monday by the UN Environment Programme, carried a clear message: unless countries step up climate action and deliver more than promised in their 2030 pledges, the world is heading for a 2.5 to 2.9 degrees Celsius temperature rise above pre-industrial levels. UNEP says that no person or economy is being left untouched by climate change, underscoring the urgent need to stop setting unwanted records on greenhouse gas emissions, global temperature highs, and extreme weather. The New South Wales Productivity Commissioner says lessons can be learned from other cities tackling similar housing problems. He is looking to Auckland, where a shift towards increased density has kept a lid on rent rises.
It's Peter Actestrat's job to find ways to make New South Wales more productive.
If we want real wages to increase, we have to increase the amount of goods and services produced.
Getting in the way, the Productivity Commissioner says, is a shortage of homes.
If people don't have appropriate housing, that stifles productivity.
As the housing crisis intensifies in Sydney, the Commission has looked overseas for solutions.
I've been taking furious notes.
It invited Auckland Council's chief economist to a conference at State Parliament to explain how his city is tackling poor affordability.
It's an ongoing debate for us. Certainly it is. If you listen to the conversation I had with the Uber driver on the way to Auckland Airport, it was almost identical to the one I had with the driver on the way here.
In 2016, the council overhauled planning controls. 3/4 of land zoned for single standalone houses was reclassified to allow the development of townhouses and apartments.
Auckland's been getting more houses built than it ever has been.
The top line shows how rents have risen across New Zealand. The bottom line shows how rents have risen in Auckland.
Rents have risen more slowly than they had been.
We can learn a lot from all other jurisdictions.
The Treasurer also took to the stage and presented modelling showing how much cheaper rents would have been if the planning system had allowed apartment blocks built in recent years to be a few storeys higher.
That is a saving of $35 a week or $1,800 a year in rent on the medium apartment.
Building the case for greater density across the city.
The release of a third batch of treated radioactive wastewater from Japan's damaged Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean ended safely as planned, its operator said Monday, as the country's seafood producers continue to suffer from a Chinese import ban imposed after the discharges began. The discharge into the ocean began on August 24th and finished releasing the third 7,800-ton batch on Monday. The process is expected to take decades. The discharges have been strongly opposed by fishing groups and neighboring countries, including China, which banned all imports of Japanese seafood, badly hurting Japanese producers and exporters of scallops and other seafood. The plant's operator, Tokyo Electric Power Company Holdings, said the third release, like the two previous ones, went smoothly. Back home, 24-year-old Gloria Mabiria from Hela Province is Miss Sky Health and will participate in the inaugural Miss Bird of Paradise pageant as a contestant, proudly representing Sky Health and Medical Services. Gloria has welcomed the efforts of her sponsor and applauded them for their commitment to inclusivity and particularly in making the pageant and associated events accessible for children with disabilities. 24-year-old Gloria Mabiria from Hela Province is Miss Sky Health and will participate in the inaugural Miss Bird of Paradise pageant as a contestant. Gloria noted the company's inspiring contributions to fostering a more compassionate and inclusive society and acknowledged Sky Health's educational campaigns, community outreach programs, and partnerships with organizations focused on women's empowerment and children with disabilities.
So with all that I've achieved and with everything that I'm standing for, there's no way I could say that I could be a role model and my journey could inspire another woman, a young woman, or especially the young minds that have dreamed to probably pursue science. Because a lot of people say science, but it's very complicated. Chemistry, for instance, it's a complicated subject. So the course that I'm undertaking. But like if I can do it, it's easy, like you can do it too.
She highlighted the depth of the company's commitment, emphasizing that Sky Health is not only concerned with the present success of the event, but also actively invests in the long-term well-being and empowerment of the community. Managing Director of Sky Health and Medical Services, Charles Limbia, said it was an honor to have the young lads represent Sky Health, as it would go towards a charitable cause as well.
We're really happy to be on board supporting the pageant. It's for a worthy cause for this year. It's going to the children with disabilities. So children with disabilities, they have a wide range of needs. If you are a family that has a child with disability, the mental, the emotional stress that comes with it and living day to day with it comes with a lot of emotional and mental burden. So the pageant is going to a worthy cause, and we're happy to sponsor Miss Mabidia.
PNG Bird of Paradise Secretary Anna Veratau spoke on the purpose and initiative of the pageant. 7 contestants will be participating in the pageant with its program commencing on the 27th of November till the 2nd of December. The crowning night will be held on the 3rd of December, which also coincides with World Disability Day. In fulfilling the government's vision of commercializing local indigenous products, Galip nut has been recommended for export. Secretary for Agriculture Dr. Sergey Beng, who was one of the pioneer scientists who did expanded research on the Galip nut during his time at the National Agriculture Research Institute, or NARI, many years ago, said he was honored to be part of the process of the domestication and commercialization of the Galip nut.
Dr. Sergey Beng is adamant to expand agricultural commercialization across the country in all the different subsectors, while witnessing the signing agreement with Fresh Produce Development Agency and 2 lead farmers of Galip nut project in Port Moresby on Monday. Dr. Beng says as production increases, the number of processing factories should also increase to process these products. Dr. Beng said Frangipani Food Limited and Sojourner Integrated Sustainable Agriculture and Livelihoods will be used as case studies on which the potential of this industry will be measured.
In the medium-term plan 4, gentlemen and lady, when you read that, there are 12 targets that government is looking at. And of those 12, 4 targets relate directly to what agriculture can deliver. And the first one of this is 30 billion contribution by agriculture to the PNG GDP in the year 2027 or to 2030. The government is looking at a 200 billion kina GDP, and to that, agriculture must contribute 30 billion. That means to all of us that our current commodity crops must lift again.
Chief Executive Officer for FPDA, Mark Vorinu, said Fresh Produce Development Agency will always prefer to support farmers who have worked hard to produce quality produce and not paper farmers, and the 2 lead farmers have met all the criteria set by the FPDA under the Market for Village Farmers project.
As a government team, we would like to support you and making sure that we make that awareness to all our farmers. I think vast majority of our people, they don't know the nutritive value and the economic potential that it has for this particular industry. So,
Managing Director for Sojourner Integrated Sustainable Agriculture and Livelihoods, Dr. Simsa, said this emerging indigenous crop will one day benefit all the lowlands of the country. He thanked FPDA for the financial support and committed to work with relevant entities to tap into the Galip nut industry in PNG.
Galip is an alternate source of cash income. Galip, if I may say, Galip has potential as high value, low volume crop.
Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
And that ends the news segment. After the break in sports, we'll have updates on the Pacific Games in Solomon Islands and more. Stay with us.
Come discover Digicell's game-changing supersized data plan for 7 and 30 days. Whether you're on the move or anywhere in between, we've got you covered. With every 7 or 30-day data plan, you get an exclusive free 7 or 30-day premium bundle to Digicel TV app.
Oh, he's done it again!
Stay entertained and informed as long as you stay connected. With this offer, you can surf the internet and enjoy free premium bundle on the Digicel TV app all at the same time. This offer is exclusively available to Digicel prepaid subscribers only.
Man, you deserve this shot, right?
Join the Digicel family and experience a world of endless possibilities. Dial *675# to subscribe to a 7 or 30-day data plan and enjoy unlimited Digicel TV app streaming now. Visit our website for more. Terms and conditions apply.
Strong like you, smart like me.
I hope they don't break.
Now Charlie look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus Shred. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Let's go. Darren and I are traveling around the world to find some new perspectives on some very old problems. I can't believe this place exists.
Searching for healthy, sustainable living solutions for the planet.
Merge where we live with what we eat.
And all who live on it.
Woo! From Europe to the Amazon, from superfoods to eco-warriors, welcome to a culture that screams green and responsible.
It's time to get down to earth.
I have a story. This family just lost their daughter to an opiate overdose. But her brother says it was a murder. Who do you think did it?
We would want to track her, kill her down, and avenge her death.
As a personal boundary, I don't avenge deaths.
You're a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Well, you know 90% of the time it's a boyfriend who did it.
I wasn't really her boyfriend. Starting to sound a little inconsistent.
Vengeance.
If you can see it, you can believe it. By having the support of the Formula One teams in Formula One Academy, we can raise global awareness and inspire the next generation of girls and young women to understand that there are opportunities for them in motorsport, both on and off track.
F1 Academy is about bringing real and lasting change to ensure talented young women and girls have the right system in place to allow and achieve their dreams. Today is a very important moment as it shows this impact the project is having and the support it is receiving from across the F1 community. I can't wait to see the 10 F1 team liveries and drivers running in F1 Academy next season.
I want to thank the Formula One teams for their support and their vision. Our mission is to create lasting and impactful change, and I'm confident that together we can achieve this.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. PNG women's tennis participating in the 2023 Pacific Games secured bronze medal after beating Tonga 2-0 at the Solomon Islands National Tennis Center. The men's team was equally impressive in its opening two games.
Both PNG men's and women's tennis teams made finals after defeating their opponents in convincing fashion in the first two rounds of the events. The women beat Nauru 3-1 to qualify for the finals. They went to beat Tonga 2-1 to claim the bronze medal. The women's tennis team was leading Group B at the gold medal, but fell short and settled for bronze. Abigail Terry Isa and Pauline Ayun made good progress in their respective singles. In round 1 on Saturday, November 19th, gold medalist Terry Isa led the charts, holding off Nauru. She did it again in round 2 today to secure a quarter-final spot in the hope to go all the way. Her counterpart Pauline Ayun was equally impressive. Meanwhile, in the men's tennis, Matthew Stubbins and Mark Gibson paired up impressively to beat Tonga 3-1 in round 1. In round 2 today, PNG registered a 5-0 win over Wallis and Futuna and 4-1 to Fiji to secure the quarter-final spot. The PNG tennis teams have been impressive in their campaign in the 17 Pacific Games so far. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The Toa siblings bagged medals for Papua New Guinea in the 17th Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands. Dika, Telma and Konyo rose above all their competitors in the women's weightlifting to grab medals for their country in snatch, clean and jerk.
The golden girl from Hanuabada village, Dika Toa, dominated the stage once more, claiming 3 gold medals in the 49 kg division. Her 3 gold medals were the first of any sport in the 17th Pacific Games. This performance puts Dika in the frame to qualify for the Paris Olympics 2024.
Following the footsteps of her older sibling, Thelma established herself as a genuine women's weightlifter in the region with an impressive third-place finish. She grabbed 2 silvers and a bronze medal. Konyo added a silver and bronze medal to the medal tally also. Meanwhile, in the men's competition, Morea Baru won a gold medal for the country but was unable to secure himself a spot for the 2024 Paris Olympics. At the conclusion of the second day of the event, November 20th, New Caledonia was leading the medal tally with 8 gold medals, host Solomon Islands and Australia sits second and third respectively with 5 gold medals each. Papua New Guinea is fourth with 4 gold medals and Guam rounds up 5th place with 3 gold medals. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The Port Moresby women's softball competition progressed well into its 3rd week of season proper over the weekend with 8 participating team clubs. The game started in September with the Nancy Kamara Memorial Cup preseason challenge, which turned out to be a great success.
Interest for women's softball is slowly but surely picking up momentum 3 weeks into the regular season. Port Moresby women's softball president Jens Sowani said after a long break it was a struggle getting the interest back from clubs. Sowani said they used the Nancy Kamara Memorial Cup Challenge as a pre-season. They ended up with 7 clubs that competed for the cup over 3 weekends, which was well supported by the Kamara family, who donated trophies, while the association provided cash incentives to the value of $8,500 to the winning teams.
Ran that for 3 weekends, 2 actual weekends of competition, and one was just to bring the clubs back on board. The comp was won by the United Sisters. Bears were runner-up, Mariners came 3rd, and Stingers came 4th. So we gave out the prize money total of about $8,500 towards all the 7 clubs that took part.
The president said the season proper is looking promising so far, comprising of 7 A-grade and 6 B-grade teams.
Started our season proper and we've come the 3rd weekend now. It's a bit slow. 8 clubs, 6 B-grade teams, and 7 A-grade teams. There's some clubs that are not playing with B-grade teams, but we've allowed that just to bring back softball back for the women, especially Port Moresby women's.
With the interest slowly picking up again, Sowani highlighted the importance of creating junior development pathways, seeing a lot more young girls from 14 to 16 age group now blooded into a number of A-grade clubs.
There's a lot of young girls who are willing to play, so we'll have a look at that, explore that. Some are now playing with the clubs that are under 14, under 15, 16, so we'll have a look at that and then we can pencil that in the calendar. But
following the season proper will be the annual Slow Pitch Corporate Challenge in early 2024, with some increase in numbers from overwhelming interest shown by corporate companies. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The Port Moresby Rugby League premiers for 2023 Hohola Flyers have again stamped their mark as worthy contenders and a dominant force in the country's biggest and oldest league, Port Moresby Rugby League, with a thrilling 18-14 victory after overcoming Foundation Club and minor premiers Gulf West to claim their 4th premiership title. Both teams were locked up 8 points apiece until halftime.
The official kick-off of Sunday's big grand final decider in the Port Moresby Rugby League competition was done by PNG Hunters coach Paul Ayton at a packed Lloyd Robson stands. Both teams came out of the blocks with all cylinders firing, showing a lot of aggression and intent in the early exchanges. Flyers were first to score from a West chip and chase that saw lanky centre Thomas Kaikai scooped up the ball for a 60-metre dash to put his team 6-0 in front. West quickly regrouped and returned the favour almost immediately with a corner try to centre Amos Andrew to trail 4-6. Flyers picked up 2 valuable points from a penalty kick to extend their lead 8-4 before West centre Andrew troubled the scoreboard again, crossing for his second to draw level 8-all until half-time. The tempo and physicality continued in the second half with the same intensity. West got into their attacking prowess early, with Andrew scoring first in the opening minutes to put West ahead 14-8 before Flies hit back with a try to draw level again, 14-all. A number of dubious calls by match officials drew frustrations from players, resulting in a number of stoppages. The matchup was in the balance with 2 minutes to go before Fly's Omega Murray sliced through the West flimsy defensive lapses to close out the game 18-14, with Flies picking up their 4th title in their short history since entering the competition in 2013. Coach Gerald Roy was full of praise for the victory, but commended the West boys for putting up a strong fight.
We've been away for maybe footy for almost 1 month, 2 weeks. So it's back to the game this afternoon. I'm proud of the boys this afternoon for a very tough game that Royals put up. It's been some years for the West club to make it to this grand final. And I congratulate Mr. Peter Rice, the coaching staffs, and Bobby for their great effort, for the wonderful challenge that they've given us, the All of Flies boys, this afternoon.
They are very tough boys. They listen, and whatever mistakes we made, we have to hurry up and cover up, and we have to work towards each other. And that's what we did this afternoon. That was our game plan. If the plan goes wrong, we have to defend and work towards each other and just play towards our best. That's it.
The boys have been going through the breakthrough the drought with West RNC. It's been 36 years since the last premise.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
At 32 years of age, PNG Kumul's lock forward and St. George Illawarra Dragons player Jack de Belin is eyeing a new deal to continue his career in the NRL. The Papua New Guinea PM's 13 representative player is off contract at the end of next season and is eyeing to extend his time playing in the NRL. Free to negotiate with rival clubs, de Belin told Zero Tackle that he has no intention of quitting the sport yet. He said he still has a couple of years left in him. The PNG representative player is hoping to remain injury-free and see out the 2024 season and secure a new contract for next year. De Belin enters the new season after making his debut for Justin Holbrook's Papua New Guinea side during the Pacific Championships, where he played alongside the likes of current NRL player Alex Johnston as well as former NRL representatives Lachlan Lamb and Nene McDonald. Pacific Oz Sports and Oceania Rugby continue to strengthen women's high performance in the region. 6 further scholarships have been offered to players from the Pacific for the 2024 Build Corp Super W Championship.
The Australian government's Pacific Oz Sports will provide scholarships for 6 female players from the Pacific nations to join Australia Super W for the 2024 season. Selected from the 2023 Oceania Rugby Women's Combine hosted in Fiji early this year, the 6 players will join the Super W clubs for 2024. The Australian Build Corp Super W competition is the Southern Hemisphere's premier women's rugby competition. Building on the success of the Fijiana Drua rugby team's Build Corp Super W Championship title of 2022 and 2023, the Australian government's Pacific Oz Sports continues to support this initiative through its partnership with the Australian and Oceania Rugby. The initiative continues to pave the way and provide invaluable opportunities for female athletes from the Pacific. Oceania Rugby acknowledges the Australian government's commitment to sports diplomacy in the Pacific, promoting unity and collaboration through the platform of sport. Fostering partnerships in the regions enhances cultural exchanges, builds bridges, and nurtures lasting friendships. Oceania Rugby President Richard Sapia said Oceania Rugby is proud to be driving this initiative through its partnership with the Australian government and Rugby Australia, supported by the World Rugby. Sapia said having these 6 players spending time in the 2023 Super W season will be game-changing for the women's rugby in the Pacific. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends our news in sports. Here's the weather forecast for the main centers for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers and thunderstorms becoming scattered over Milne Bay. Port Moresby, partly cloudy. Alatau and Popondetta, cloudy with possible brief showers. Momase, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Wewak, Medang and Vanimo mostly fine. New Guinea Islands, isolated showers and thunderstorms becoming scattered over New Island and Arup. All centers partly cloudy with few showers. Boka to experience possible thunderstorms. Highlands, isolated showers and thunderstorms. All centers partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas moderate to rough with east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rather rough with southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of Finchafen through Vitius-Dampier Strait to Siassi Long Islands, and waters of East and West New Britain to New Island. Seas 1 to 2 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.